27 years ago, the Lord did something miraculous. Some even thought that it was unthinkable. And what I'm referencing is what He allowed me to do in running across America for my friend who died of bone cancer.
Gary Aramini is finishing his 105th day on the road, and so the Gary Aramini Watch is in full force.
Gary Aramini now faces some very hilly terrain.
Donations have also come from businesses. For on this day, Gary reached his goal of raising $100,000 for cancer research.
Back in 1984, two events brought this run across America together. The first event was me coming to Christ. The second event was this boy, who was a classmate, dying of bone cancer. Through what he went through and through what I knew that he went through, the Lord was leading me to identify with His burden by making it my own, by running to identify with His burden of cancer. And the lesson He gave me was the lesson of compassion by identification, trying to understand His plight by me going through my own so that I can bring hope and encouragement to others that we would run for along the way. This event, initially, I didn't know if it was from Him or from myself or where it came from, but after several months of prayer and keeping it to myself, I realized it was something I couldn't keep to myself and went to my parents sharing what He had put upon my heart to do. At that time, it was very difficult because they didn't understand that their 19-year-old son wanted to do this act of love, compassion, identification. They just didn't understand it. I didn't understand it myself. We had a goal of running 40 miles a day for 100 days. That goal was not realized the way I had thought because we were only able to run or average 40 miles a day for the first 60 days. I ran into some medical problems and had to adjust my running schedule and bring back down the mileage a little bit until I became stronger. But in the end,
WMUR needed a helicopter to capture the magnitude of the achievement. Aramini, who had raised an amazing $500,000, finally reached the beach, falling into the loving arms of his family.
The trip itself was a 3,480-mile love journey for this boy and for others. It crossed 14 states. I went through 14 pairs of running shoes. And the money that was raised, we had an initial goal of $100,000. After it was all said and done, and after the Lord had superseded our expectations, we donated collectively, because of all the people that were touched by the run, over $500,000 for the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute where he was treated in Boston.
From coast to coast and then through the years, Gary Aramini has raised about $1 million for cancer research. He also watched his mother get breast cancer and then become a cancer survivor. But despite the fact that there is no cure for this deadly disease, still, Gary remains undeterred.
Since that journey, back in 1984, my life with Christ has never been the same. I have that one event to go back to in reference for a lot of the things that I've gone through since then. It's been 27 years since that run. And since that time, we have also done other runs for other children and other people that have come in and out of my life. But over the years, He has given me the ability and the health to bring glory to His name and encouragement to others who are sick. And I feel that there's still a reason why He's allowing me to do that, for His purposes. Tomorrow, I don't know what tomorrow brings, but if today I can run for someone for His glory and for His honor and to encourage other people who are sick, then I need to do it today. I can't worry about if I'll be able to do it tomorrow, because tomorrow might never come. But my hope in this testimony is that people who might view this, maybe in their lives they have been asked by the Lord to do something. Maybe there's been a small whisper in their past to do something unthinkable. And for whatever reason, that voice was crowded out by the world, by the pursuits of other things, by wealth, power, all kinds of isms apart from putting Him first. And my hope is that through this testimony, people may go back and that He may resurrect in their past maybe things that they could have done then, that He still might want them to do now for His honor and glory. Even if it's unthinkable, with God all things are possible. I know with me, I don't want to say never when it comes to doing something that the Lord leads us to do, because if we do, we shortchange the power of Him and His glory and the love that fuels us to do what He wants us to do, all by invitation.